Today's project's finishing off a walnut and black resin coke. Likes, comments and subscribes really appreciated. Made a little simple jig offline. It wasn't quite snug enough, so I stole some clothes from Carol Baskin's wardrobe, and that should give me a nice snug fit. The other advantage of it is it will protect the resin from scratching. Worth noting here is that I'd already previously sanded up to 120 grit. Note to self, check your batteries before you start filming. Roll sanding montage. So at this stage I would have done 600 and 800 grit, but I'd run out, so I just went straight to 1000. It didn't prove to be too much of an issue though. Here I just want to give you an idea of what it looks like between sanded and unsanded. As you can see, the sanded side's got like a nice gloss finish, but the edge has still got the low grit finish to it. For finishing and treating the surface, I'm using some Osmo. It's really good for resin products and gives it a really durable surface. What you'll probably find is I made a mistake here and I should have actually polished the resin prior to this service. I'll actually be doing the polishing in the next step. Surface isn't quite complete yet. I mean, it looks good, but it doesn't have that glass finish to it. So now we're going to do that. And this is some glass polishing compound that I bought offline. You don't need to use too much of it. And then I just drill attachment with a polishing pan on it. Next step, just to do some final buffing up the surface to make it nice and shiny with a buffing pad on the orbital sander. At this point I'm just checking for scuffs and scratches before I carry on, and I noticed that right on the ends there's a bit of a smudge, so I just had to go back in there and clean it up with the glass polishing compound. So the glass polishing compound got rid of that smudge nicely. Now I just need to repeat the same thing on the other side where I've missed it. Here I'm just checking for imperfections, make sure I've not missed anything, but pretty happy with the finished result. Got a nice glass polish to it. Here I'm just working out the positioning of the hooks. I've got 4 hooks, so I just need to divide the length by 5 to get the equal positions throughout. Having the white masking tape down just makes it a lot easier to mark and measure, and then draw a central line across, ready for hole drilling later. And it also helps preventing scuffing and damaging the resin and wood. You might notice some lines that have already been drawn. Yeah, basically I made a mistake and divided by 4 and got the positioning completely wrong. I mark this piece of wood here just to make sure the spacing's nice and equal for all of them to keep it consistent. You'll probably notice that the lines that I drew don't quite line up to the hooks themselves. That's because when I got them all lined up, it just didn't look right. The end hooks were too far in, and the middle ones just look too squashed up, so I just adjusted them visually. Off camera, I pre-drilled the holes. Didn't want the wood to split or the resin to split. Just did them slightly smaller than the screws themselves, so it grips in good. Used a Forstner bit on the drill press to take out the holes to put the brackets in, and then just screwing them in place. Here you have it, the finished piece, all done, ready to stick on the wall. It's been quite a learning experience this. I appreciate you watching it, and keep an eye out for future projects.